Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good everything. I'm here, where's the camera? Yeah, it's there. I'm here by myself. Claudia hurt her back, and so I'm here. Val was supposed to help me, and Val will help me, but right now she's in puppy daycare. The puppies are in the classroom. So I am flying solo for the minute, and I would want to get my little coffee going. So anyway, we are here. We are. We're live, and maybe you could tell me if you're here, because I can't tell if I'm live or not. It says live. Okay. Well, I am live. So I don't know where Val went, actually. The truth is, I don't know. So I'm doing this. We were going to do readings. And Tanya, are you here? I can't tell if Tanya's here. Or Claudia, can someone text Val and tell her to please come in here? Because I'm, I don't see anything. So I won't even be able to do readings if she isn't here. So if you're new to me, my name is Joan Ranquet. I'm usually much more organized, but our dear Claudia has a hurt back. I'm an animal communicator, author, TEDx speaker, and founder of Communication with All Life University. We have programs for beginning to professional animal communication, energy healing, nature, and wildlife. I also take people on trips. Hi. That's all right. You're going to need another device because it's not, even if I had wanted to, there's something quirky going, and I don't even know if I'm on. Can you text Claudia?
Yeah.
Okay. So Val has arrived. And so can you turn this around? Because I don't want to look at me. That's why I don't have my glasses on, because then I can't see. It's really good. All right. Okay. That thing. Ta-da! That thing is so wiggly woggly. I don't know how Claudia puts it together. Anyway. Yeah. Do you need a chair?
Yeah.
Okay, so we just started so many classes this last week. We've been trying to figure out, like, why are we cuckoo? And it's, there are things in the world going on, but also, we went from working really hard on stuff to the spring intensive, which was so fun, to having kind of a couple days off, and then boom, all the classes started. So this week, what's that?
Claudia is texting me.
What happened? Am I sideways?
No, you're fine.
Okay. Claudia's giving you instructions.
Yes, she is.
Okay. Okay. I think you wanted a little more. Can you make it smaller? I was just going to be honest. We usually tried to hide that.
Okay. It's in 5.0, so it's...
What happened?
I don't know.
It was so small when it was facing me.
I can't zoom.
Well, at least it's not too messy. Anyway, okay. So we have, we started animal communication, animal medical intuition, death and dying. We started animal communication level 1, 2, 3, 4. So beginning, medical intuition, behavior dynamics, and relationships. And then animals in transition and energy healing for animals. Plus the animal communication level 4 is animals in sanctuaries. So it's been quite a week, and we're just kind of getting caught up. So the advanced animal communication, the behavior and dynamics, is what I tend to teach because, you know, I always said it back in the 90s when I first started, people just wanted to know what their animal was thinking. But more and more we have these complex relationships and challenges, and so I like getting in there and working through what is going on for the animal. And of course that brings up what's going on for the person, but it really is helpful when we can dig deep. So that's what I love to teach, are the deep classes. But I always open animal communication level 1. So is anybody here saying hi and where you're from?
There are 10 people here. Trying to get to the live.
It's not, is it showing up there?
It's not.
It's so weird. Is Claudia watching?
Yes. And Tanya's here too.
Okay, good.
Okay. Joyce says hi.
Hi, Joyce.
Leslie Williams says hi.
Hi, Leslie.
Tanya says hello, everyone.
Hello.
Shiva, she says hi.
Hello.
Jan Ramian, hi, Joan.
Hi, Jan.
Holly Tobias says hello.
Hi, Holly.
And then Tanya, she posted all the links. Audrey Johnston says good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Nancy Bishop says I'm here.
Hi, Nancy.
Oh, Nancy in Florida. And Shiva's from Iran.
Very cool. All right. So we have if you missed the first class, you can still jump in. You want to get on a call with Claudia because tomorrow is Wednesday, so it'd be class number 2 of animal communication. And getting in there, you would have just missed one class, and you can watch the recording of the introduction and then join the class. It's really a great group, and I just taught at Awakenings, and that was another amazing group. So there's so many fun things coming up. We've got the Animal Medical Intuition here live. We've got the Energetic Horsemanship here live at the Ranquet in June. We still have one spot left for the Dolphin trip. We have room on the Tula Tula trip for the elephants. And we have, I'm teaching EFT in Seattle. And then we have all sorts of immersives, so little kind of, not quite intensives. It's like 3 days, or 2 days. It's really a day and a half of immersive learning. And then the other exciting news is I'm leaving for Columbia, Missouri to go teach at Stevens College, where it will be the first animal behavior degree that includes animal communication and EFT, and it's very exciting. We walked through all the curriculum yesterday. I'll teach part of it online and then part of it in person. So I'll fly to Missouri, I think the 19th or something, and be there, and we're going to do animal communication and energy healing in shelters and therapeutic riding centers. So it will be totally practical application. So if you're looking for that kind of an animal behavior degree, Stevens College has it. So there you go. And anyone else here?
Julie Jacobs says hi all.
Hi, Julie.
And Claudia posted the link, so make sure to visit that.
Or
To
book a call.
To book a call, yes.
Okay. Does anyone need a reading? Don't run. Don't rush. No?
Nothing yet.
Okay. There's always a delay. If you want me to communicate with your animal, we need the name, the age, and how long you've had them and who else lives in the household. No?
Claudia told Shiva that you'll read her cat.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting for the info.
Just staring at the camera.
Julie Jacobs also wants one.
Okay.
And we just need the name of the animal, age, how long you've had them, who they live with.
Yeah.
Maybe what kind of animal would
Yeah,
help.
what kind of animal? That's always good. It's a cat. Yeah, it's a grommet.
Ellen Dillon says hi.
Hi, Ellen. Do I see Ellen today? I teach 2 classes today. Animal communication, behavior, dynamics, and relationships. I see Ellen today, yes. I see Ellen on Thursday in Energy Healing for Animals. Tanya and I have already done the homework partners. That was miraculous. Anybody?
She was asking for a reading. So
Okay.
I said, yes, just need the info.
I'm doing something really fun coming up. It's May 28th, May 30th?
I think we said the 28th.
It's a Friday.
Yeah.
I have no device. I have no iPad. Anyway, we're doing something crazy.
May 30th.
May 30th. Right, there's something else on the 28th. I think I'm doing something with the teachers and coaches. What's your story or what's your vision or something. Some crazy fun. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm doing that tomorrow. I don't know. Anyway. I just wake up and look at the calendar and do what I'm supposed to do. So today is Facebook Live and teaching and meetings. Anyway, on May 30th, we're doing, let's create the desired outcome for your animal. I know it's a really long title, but it's going to be you communicating with your own animal. I'll guide us through that. You finding out if you have a challenge, what the needs are. We'll work on, if the needs can't be met, then what can be done, that sort of thing. And then from there, we're going to do a little spell breaking and a lot of tapping and then an activated vision so that you can put yourself into the desired outcome with your animal. Pretty fun, huh? So those are all the steps. Okay.
So the first one to respond was Julie Jacobs.
Mm-hmm.
And the name is Gigi. She's approximately 7 years old. Had for about 5 years. Female Shih Tzu. Lives with Julie and Candy. 5.5-month-old Shih Tzu puppy girl.
Wait, how old is Gigi?
7 years old.
And she's had her how long?
5 years.
And who's the other dog?
Candy.
How old is Candy?
5.5-month-old Shih Tzu puppy girl.
Yeah, it's about how old our girls are.
Yeah.
Oh my God. For those who don't know, I have a puppy. And Val has her sister. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, normally Val and Claudia are working here. And then my classroom, where we do events, is the doggy daycare. And who knows what they're doing in there right now?
Pooping.
Yeah.
No. They did that already.
I know it was mine. I took her out. She watered plants with me.
Mine doesn't go here.
I'm sorry.
I can't get her to... Anyway, neither here nor there.
Okay, so what's going on? What are we wanting to know about Gigi? Behavioral or health challenge? And did anyone else type in anything?
Julie says how she has overall allergies. What can do? What can we do? Why reactive to other dogs? And yes, we do have others lined up as well.
So, I mean, I've seen your posts over the years, and I know how cute your dogs are. But she is funny. She is fierce. She says she's funny. She says that she's always happy to see people. She says she has a very active imagination. She says she's a lady of leisure, but she should have been a Rottweiler. So, and then the other, so I feel like there's this huge personality, like a big dog personality. And I know a lot of little dogs have a big dog personality, but I mean, she even specifically thinks she's a Rottweiler deep down. So, and I feel like even under all of that little fur, there's even kind of a stance. So she said that, and I can't remember from, the years, whether you got her and you had another dog or someone had just passed, but there was always this energy, and the place where she came from was a little chaotic, and my sense is that she was a number 2 or even maybe number 3 in the household, so she was overlooked a lot and internalized, and I feel like that feeling like she's going to be overlooked, and I think that's also part of the small dog thing of like, wait, I'm here, I really am a Rottweiler sort of thing. I think some of that is the habit from being overlooked for so long and then internalizing. So for me, the allergies are almost like a little explosion, internal explosion when she feels stressed. It's like an agitation. And I think it's also related to the reactivity. I think it's very, very, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, I'm getting paper.
Okay, I have some, but, and so I think it's very related to the, I think that internalizing agitation that explodes is to some degree how the reactivity began, and I feel like there were times when she had other dogs, like where she came from, that could take care of her. I mean, she may have been overlooked by the people, but the dogs took care of her, and so my sense is that she it's almost like she's just socially awkward. She would love to be with other dogs, but it's not, she's not, her approach is all off. And then I think that, you end up whisking her away, and so there's a whole thing that happens that, if given her own opportunity, not that it's, I think there's just a real big habit that's been created out of that situation. I know you probably tried 10 million things, and I think she's got a little bit your number as far as like, well, I can get out of this quickly because I'm going to be taken away. That's just, that last part is just kind of not a guess, but my feeling is, yeah, that she wants to, and then she knows, we could just leave if I react. So that's it. What does Julie say? No?
She responded to what we were saying about her puppies as cute as can be, how she is overall. Tasmanian Devil when she sees a
Other
dog.
dogs, yeah.
Good with candy most of the time. And then...
but that Tasmanian Devil is exactly what goes on inside of her that doesn't get released over the daily things. I always say that we have 10 million transitions in our lives that go unnoticed, right? Like, my friend didn't call me back. Like, little hurts. She internalizes all those little things in life and lets them rip on other dogs. And I think it's so related to the allergies. It's getting a way for her to express herself without hurting something or herself.
She was only dog, but I immediately went to take care of Mom. Oh my God, yes. She wants to get close, but then gets wonky, so I whisk away. But really good with Candy 99% of time. Love, hate, but loves to play with her. I put on her term for reacting to her.
She what? What was the last part?
I put it on her terms for reacting to her.
Okay.
Jez had just passed when I got her.
So there was a lot of Jez energy that I think she came in feeling even like number 2 at your house. I think that that's the pattern. I always say that like some animals have a kick me sign, if you will. And her kick me sign is that she's going to be overlooked. And so she makes sure we see her, you know, especially with other dogs. That's just my sense. I mean, that's where I would probably go if I were tapping with her. And if you need somebody, we can, Tanya and I did, oh shit, full of hay. I was going to undo my pants, but I rolled them up because of the mud and they're full of hay.
She said, and you know me and Jez, my heart dog,
Yeah.
still not over her, but Candy is her coming back.
I thought you were babysitting.
She didn't want to go back in. I think it was after the poop incident. She's like, I'm out.
Yeah, okay, so does that help? I mean, the reactivity is so, for me, I had a dog, my heart dog, Delilah, and we did training, communication, and EFT. EFT training, EFT training, EFT training. And I would say in 5 training sessions, maybe even less, if she saw another dog, I would say leave it, and she would just walk on by. And that was a miracle, because it was terrible. I always say that she went from Farrah Fawcett to Large Marge and Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Like, yeah, Tasmanian Devil would be another way of saying it. I mean, I didn't even know who the dog was, because it was just all gnarling teeth. So, but we overcame it, and I would say relatively quickly. And it's so doable if you don't whisk away. And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But it's also embarrassing if you work with animals and people know that and you've got this insane creature. So, but it's worth working through, because then they have more freedom. They want to be with other dogs. They just, I think she's just really trapped in this I'm not seeing thing. So I think that's what's going to be what will lift her out. We have people that can tap, so we have people that need case studies. Okay, what's next?
Audrey Johnston.
Mm-hmm.
Her cat Phoenix is 3 years old.
How old?
3. Foster. She didn't say how long she's had her. And Phoenix lives with 3 people, 5 cats, and a dog.
And what is the challenge?
She didn't say in her original comment. Let's see if she responds. Oh, she says, I think over 2 years, and his medical.
Any more than just medical? These are mini readings, so the more information you can give me.
Diabetic and semi-blind.
Okay. All right. Well, my sense is she thinks she's very pretty. She also thinks that she's a funny mix of shy but out there. Not shy, but just sort of self-protective, self-reflective, observant, and then can put herself out there. But she has to feel like, she wants to. She told me that she's a matriarch in waiting. So my sense is that if she were the only cat, she would be, even though she gets taken care of a lot because of all the things, she would be a caretaker. She would love to actually take care of you. And I don't know if you live, there's someone there. It seems like there's another woman that she also is gravitating toward, that she likes to spend time with and take care of. She says that she does get a lot of attention, and that for the most part, it feels like the food is nourishing, that you've managed the blood sugar, the spiking, and all of that. I feel like there's I don't know if it's the medication, but also there's like a fullness in the ears, which I don't know that, so I don't know if she has hearing moments, loss of hearing. But the other thing is the eyesight. My sense is that she actually she sees light, she sees shadows, she sees things. But the challenge is when it's dark, things are very dim. And that to me is, that she doesn't want to be a foster anymore. She would like to just be adopted because she feels like she belongs there, and that you think so too. Maybe there's someone else that's saying no, but it feels like she just feels very connected to you and your care. And so that's it.
Sure. Caverly Pashuk.
Who?
Caverly. She'd like you to talk to her cat Pickles, who is 10 years old.
We had a cat named Pickles growing up.
They've had Pickles for about 10 years. Lives with Caverly, 2 other people, dog, and Budgie. And she did not mention, hi, Caverly. She says hi. What is the issue with Pickles?
And while we're waiting, did we hear back from Audrey?
Not yet. So we have an update from Susie Morrow Reed about Whiskey. She's taking Whiskey to the equine hospital Thursday with very, very high hopes that his eye is healed.
Oh
and
my God.
The lavage line that has... Oh, it jumped. Where'd it go? The things jumped and I lost it. Here it is. The lavage line has been in for 7.5 weeks. Will be removed and he'll be allowed to turn out to pasture at last.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Okay, so we're waiting for... Okay, Audrey says, yes, that sounds right. I'd get him checked for the ears. I was more concerned regarding his eye meds.
Wow, you know what? He felt very feminine. Like, yeah, it almost felt like I thought it was a girl. And very, so gender is important, like Pickles. But what's interesting is I think the eye meds are good. What did she want to know?
Caverly or Audrey?
Audrey. With the eye meds. What was the last thing you said?
She said I was more concerned regarding his eye meds.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's good.
Okay.
Caverly, do we know?
So Caverly says, how is she doing overall? Would she like another cat to live with us? Would she like any other type of enrichment?
How old is the dog?
About 11 or 12.
So, my sense with Pickles is she's a queen. She has a lot to do. She likes to patrol. She also likes to lay around a lot. She's very, she's almost got a dog personality as far as she probably greets people or has to see who comes in the door. She's very, yeah, she's a queen and a tomboy. I mean, I think that, you know, she takes the patrolling pretty seriously. And sometimes this is bug patrol. But there's some really good windows. Life is pretty great. She does like to have fun. She says she's a big personality. She does love the dog, but she also loves that the dog has to answer to her. She also says that, yeah, again, she just wants everyone to know how fun she is. She also thinks that playing tricks on the dog is a good thing. It's funny that it was almost like enrichment, you know, like why would I need enrichment? But I do feel like another cat might put her on her game, and my sense is I don't know that she's large, but my sense is what she would like in another cat is something, well, someone else that would answer to her. And, yeah, I think that she would, alright, see you later. It would have to be on her terms, so I think another cat could be great, and it's almost like, I don't know what color Pickles is, but it's almost like I see something kind of tabby but white. There's a lot of white. This is what she wants. A little white tabby, short hair. I don't know. I think she has been conjuring up a cat for you. That's it.
Going back to Audrey really quick, I would say he's very feminine. I thought his eye meds were making him worse.
Oh, I don't think they're making him worse. I think that he's, I don't think they're making him worse, but if you think they're making him worse, you might trust that because you're the one that's with him. Any word from Caverly?
Not yet.
Anyone else?
We heard from Shiva. Let's see. Okay, Caverly says she's very territorial. Ha ha ha. She loves the dog.
Hers. She loves what?
She loves the dog more than he loves her. She does lie around a lot. It's gotten to be a bit of a problem with some weight gain.
Oh, I had a feeling, but I wasn't gonna, you know. I definitely had a feeling. So then, you know, I think for her own health, again, like, do I need enrichment? I just saw her almost like smoking. So it would probably be great to get her some frisky little short-haired white with patches of tabby looking, I don't know, anyway. Or whatever color you want, but that's what she has in mind.
Going back to Julie Jacobs really quick. She said, yes, this helps. I have, as you said, worked on it forever, saw Todd Langston before getting Candy. He helped and was good with his dog, so took a chance getting the pup.
Yeah, I mean, what would be really great is to do a Todd session tap, a Todd session tap, a Todd session tap. I mean, that is really, you know, and it's get down and get dirty, like how much of it is kind of yours, but it's really, you know, I wouldn't say that she's deeply insecure. Okay. I wouldn't say that she is, and I'm wondering now if this is, if I'm unfrozen. Okay, I'm unfrozen. I wouldn't say she is, thank you.
You're welcome.
Insecure in general. I would say though that this is a very, 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 very embedded habit at this point, and that's where it's like undoing from the most minuscule thing. I would break down in the tapping the moment that Delilah was fine, to seeing another dog, to all the steps, and you know, it's pretty crazy great to get rid of that, and even if she's 5 or 7, Delilah was about 6 or 7 when this happened. So, because she was fine. I don't know if you remember my dog Olivia, but she was fine with Olivia, and she was fine with Isabella. You know, she had these 2 older sisters, and we went on, I don't know if you remember all my pictures from Seattle. I was on a pack walk every Tuesday with like 17 to 30 dogs. So she loved other dogs. But once the other 2 dogs died, that was it. So it's doable. Okay, so, and what time is it?
It's 10:48.
Ooh.
We have 12 minutes. Caverly says, I'll be on the lookout for the tabby with a lot of white. Yes, if we do get another cat, it will be on Piggle's terms.
Yeah.
And then Julie Jacobs says, done with Todd. He says, I just got to do my energy stuff. She also loved her second owner. Then her sister came to live with her and they fought. So protective of her, and reason why she relinquished to rescue, and I was the foster fail.
Yeah, I mean, she was number 2. She was not the number 1, you know? And she didn't get chosen to stay. That's exactly what I feel. That's what you tap on. And it's that internalized. Anyway, okay.
Do you want the next one?
Yeah, I don't know, what did Shiva say? Because we're gonna be running out of time.
She has not responded.
Okay.
But I do have a name. She didn't say the issue, but I did I give you the name and all the info?
No, and you know what? I want to do right by this cat, and I don't know that we're gonna be able to give it enough.
Fair enough.
I'm so sorry, because we should probably. We both have to teach. She's gonna be. How are you gonna do that? Are you gonna drug the puppies?
Oh yeah, for sure. No, no, not really. It's a
medical intuition with puppies, and I'm so sorry, Shiva, that it didn't work out. But maybe we'll figure something out. Maybe I'll do this again next week or the week after.
If you do it next week, I have her information here, and we can like start right away with hers.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we'll start with you. But so Val has to teach animal medical intuition with puppies, and in that class we start the first few weeks with doing medical intuition on humans. So it's going to be really interesting. I can't wait to hear about it. And then I'm going to be in here teaching animal communication, behavior dynamics, and relationships. And so we have a very fun, another Julie's dog today. And I don't know who I have tonight, but and then another Julie. I tapped on Julie, last week's cats last night, so I have an update for the students.
You have Maria Robson.
Oh, with Harry?
Harry. Yeah.
Big fun. Yeah, we have, so I love, yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Thursdays we tap, so fun days. And then on Wednesdays, sometimes I'm teaching the animals in transition, so getting to say hi to all my dead animals. Yes.
Tomorrow I'll be teaching AC Level 1. Tanya's teaching Animals in Transition. And I'm also doing the PM class.
Yeah, so we have a lot of coordination, and Val is excellent at that. And she wants to get rid of that job, but I secretly am like, I feel so taken care of by Val. But
I love doing it. But there's like so many other things that I'm falling short on. That's the only reason I'm like trying to hand it over.
No, I know. There's so many things. So many things. Anyway. All right. Well, I will see everyone next week, if not sooner. Maybe I'll see you in a class. And thank you for joining. And again, if you think you want to join a class, we're only 1 week in, you can reach out to Claudia. Or come live to the medical intuition, which is so much fun. And then the energetic horsemanship. Okay, thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.